was calling the fire department, the Anaheim Fire Department. But I dialed the wrong number. And instead, this fellow named Rocco Campanazzi, he picked up the phone and said, "Hi, I'm a landscape architect. Can I help you?" And I said, "Gosh, I've got to call an architect. Maybe you could come in instead." And he said, "Sure." And next week he came in and he showed us these wonderful photographs of his work at the Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, just down the road from us. And I thought, wow, this is so exciting. You get to design amusement parks? I thought, wow. I was sold hook, line, and sinker.
I've always had a passion to draw, and as an expert gardener by the age of 9, how could I have had any other choice but to be a landscape architect? My mom and dad were English immigrants to Canada and then went from there to the warmer Orange County and brought with them a love of vegetable gardening and animal husbandry. I learnt and practiced all that they knew. Dad, being a prototype research engineer for Garrett Air Research in Nassau, could design and make just about anything asked of him, from spaceships to dentures. My English sister, Anne, and my exceptionally good-natured brother-in-law, John, are here today to help us celebrate this wonderful honor. I was born into a family of runners. My best race was the 400 meters, but today my favorite form of relaxation is running, and these Jack Russells are the best coaches I've ever had.
As a 4-year-old, I watched a lot of comics, as we all did, and I saw the Chinese on the other side of the world. They're on the bottom side, and I was fascinated with these people that could actually walk. They could walk upside down.
The Sri Lankan architect Geoffrey Bao influenced me and the rest of Asia as to the beauty of indoor-outdoor tropical spaces. He trumpeted the attributes of vernacular Asian architecture. Ed Tuttle, as he was instrumental in creating the first Aman, and by doing so turned the resort industry upside down in a good way. He made the vernacular cool and expensive, as well as making the bathroom the exact same size as the bedroom in the first Aman ever. I learned about interior design from my great friend and interior designer, Jeffrey Wilkes. We go back about 20 years to our first Oberoi projects in India, the Raj Villas, the Uday Villas, and Amar Villas. And Jeff was my idol then, and he is today. Madi Wijaya, aka Michael White, my nemesis, was a great inspiration as a plantsman extraordinaire when I was cutting my teeth in the early days in Bali in the 1980s. And finally, Lek Bunak, my classmate at Harvard, taught me all that I really know about architecture. He's an architect's architect, if that makes any sense at all, and a great master of hotel design, and a national treasure of Thailand.
Hi there. I think, as designers, the most important thing that we can provide to very high-end travel or high-end luxury resorts is private, extremely private, outdoor personal space. When one lives in Bangkok, as I do, it's written in Thai law that all foreigners must have a good massage at least once a day. And as a good upstanding citizen, I do it. And I find it the best time to clear that myriad of emails that have piled up.
I think it's all about positive reinforcement. I compliment, approve, and adore everything that is good with my design staff's work. Us design professionals are not in the business for money. We want to build. We want the feeling of accomplishment and the glory of completing something that came from our brain. Then, after the compliments, I softly suggest to my design staff a possible improvement, as everyone lives to have pride in their work.
Actually, it's about boring people. I hate to bore people, and that came from my university days. So that's why we're making this film a little bit wacky, and that's why we, for every single presentation of ours,
we make a tiny little sketches like this so that people can really understand what we're proposing. What do you think? Come on. Let's go. Here's the lobby. Hi, I'm checking in. Yeah, I'm just checking into the beautiful Shintamani Inn here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. It's fabulous. The fact is that I travel 3 months out of the year, not always as light as this, with my family, Ann and John and Chirichai and my pals Jeff and Simon, and we visit new places every single year. My goal is to reach 100 before I'm 60, which is a long time from now, and all 190 of the countries in the world before I die. What's my first big break? Well, it has to be Dr. Kojima's very, very kind offer for us to design the gardens at his Four Seasons in Hualalai, in the Big Island of Hawaii. I was 29 and just hung up my sign to start my own business. I had no clients. I had designed Dr. Kojima's home in Batu Jimbar in Sanur, Bali. My second break was about 10 years later, and it was at the Four Seasons, also a Four Seasons in Langkawi, Malaysia. But this time we were designing our first major interior project, just because I wanted to learn how it was all done. My third break was really cool, and that it was again a Four Seasons. It was Koh Samui in Thailand, and we were allowed to do the architecture, the interiors, the landscape, the uniforms, the menus, the graphics, to realize a whole vision, which was absolutely heaven.
Perfect. That's great. This is the Shintamani Foundation Hospitality School. We've had it for about 15 years now, and it's really one of the best parts about working in the Far East is being able to help people on a daily basis like this. Great.
Hands down, it is the Shintamani in Siem Reap, as we have used this hotel as a vehicle to help thousands of less fortunate Cambodians from housing to free dentistry, to the building of water wells and water purification, to schooling of hospitality and the starting of small businesses, and distributing little-known agricultural crops for villagers to grow and reproduce. And last year, the Shintamani Siem Reap hit #1 in the world on TripAdvisor. About 6 years ago, I purchased the logging rights to 1,400 acres of Cambodian forest in the middle of a national park. But I have no intention of becoming a lumberjack. By the way of Shintamani Wild Bensley Collection, a luxurious 15-tent, very high-end, low-impact, and high-yield product, we've created a sustainable wilderness sanctuary that will remain wild for at least the length of my 99-year lease. Our National Geographic Lodge experience is about regenerating a small part of this disappearing fragile and natural environment. Please do be our guests at Shintamani Wild Bensley Collection in the Cardamom National Park next summer in 2018, as the Wildlife Alliance private army of forest rangers are working hard to preserve it for the Cambodian future generations. #1, it's my gorgeous Thai husband, Kunchirichai, for about 30 years.